Hello, friends and extended family. I am going to try and do a video on my laptop today to see if the sound will work. My eye products are full, and I've got to figure out how to clear up some space. But to finish off my last video is going to be difficult because I can't remember what my last video was about. But it probably had to do with the things that we're all experiencing right now, which has got us all pretty confused about life in general. So there's been some talk about adoption annulments, and there seems to be some progress in that direction. I also want to speak to some people who are involved in other areas of adoption, like inter-country adoption, etc. And that's fine for them to have their own discussions and talks, and I think that's appropriate. Me personally, I try to discuss more the generalized adoption and the basic idea of cutting someone off from their um, family by force and legality and basically cutting that person off from any way of knowing their origins. That's my struggle. And that struggle applies to everyone in that situation, whether it be intercountry or not. Um, Unfortunately, I'm not as petty as someone who might want to suggest that taking a African baby, putting it in a say Scottish home, is completely different from taking a German baby and putting it in a Scottish home. Certainly, those cultures might be um, more similar, but they're still quite different. And my complaint is against people losing their heritage, their culture, their language, and the things that make them unique in the community that they came from. So for me, that applies equally to both the German and African baby being put in a different culture's home with different languages and things like that. So personally, I want to keep it that way, and I won't be promoting any sort of intersectionality, any sort of critical um, theory in my videos or on my channel. And I'd appreciate those who want to be involved in that sort of thing to stay. Feel free to come by, comment, join the conversation. All are welcome. But at the same token, I'm not about dividing um, my ideas about what's proper for a child, and I don't want to separate that those children into groups and create some sort of hierarchy of victimhood, which seems to be the goal of critical theory. There's not going to be on my channel the separation into good and bad adoptees based on their skin color, which is what critical theory aims to do in most of their efforts. So that being said, if anyone finds their comments deleted from my channel, it could be because they've tried to promote a group that is questionable in that direction and that I find to potentially be divisive of my audience. And I'm not about trying to exclude people, except for people that are trying to divide and conquer and exclude people that don't agree with them. I'm looking for more information. I'm not looking to lessen my information about the world. I want more data, more facts, more feelings, more experiences. And if I start going down some sort of path where I have to follow some sort of orthodoxy based around political ideology, that is exactly counter to my mission in expanding knowledge, expanding my own understandings, and helping to uh, expand the understandings of other adoptees and people who have been in these situations so that they can better find tools and techniques to overcome their pain, their trauma, their potential sense of disconnectedness with the world, with a family, with a culture, language, feeling almost alien in this world where we can witness many people feeling included and connected to their surroundings. And unfortunately, with adoption, it seems to be a huge area where this disconnectedness takes place in many of us. So hopefully that makes things clear about my position there. Sorry, I should have got a drink before I started this. But maybe I'll stop this video now and listen to it to see if the volume is going to be acceptable, and hopefully that'll work. And I'm working on these things. I'm going to get back to downloading, uploading to the Patreon, and then once that's finished, I'm going to just blanket all the other sites. Then I'm going to start to see where I gravitate towards as I start pulling out of the huge monopolies like Facebook, like YouTube, things like that. Because unfortunately, it's just gotten too monolithic for me. And with more and more people is more and more compromise on ideologies, on ideas, on free thinking, on free speech. And we've come to a place where we really have to make our stands, I think, as to where our values are, what our goals are, and who we are. And my plan is to be open and transparent about who I am and where I come from and stand behind those ideas and stand behind my experiences. Um, whereas I'm trying to make the world a better place for everyone, not just for myself and a few people who want to conspire to improve our lot in life at the expense of exponentially more. So we'll stop there today, and maybe if this works out well and the volume's okay, I'll do another video later on trying to continue the other video, and maybe I'll watch that and try and remember where I left off. All right, thanks guys.